would be more familiar if I'll name this variable as my number. Okay, then after that I'll terminate this line with the help of semicolon, and I'll just, okay, now, okay, now I have a variable in which I can store the data whatever I'm going to send. Okay, but now I want that serial monitor should say something. At least serial monitor should say that please enter something, or it should show me some output so that I come to know that, yeah, now I have to enter something, now I have to enter some value. For that, what will I do? I'll just take another container name string, and I'll define, I'm taking a string type of container and I'm naming it, suppose I'm going to give it a name message. Okay, in this message variable, I'm going to store some set of information, that is, I want to print that serial monitor should print that please enter your number. Okay, after this semicolon I'm going to provide, and now I'm going to terminate this line. Okay, after that, okay, serial monitor is saying that, oh, you are preparing these type of variables for me, I have to print them. Serial monitor saying, but I don't know because you are not calling me. So just do whatever you want. I'm not going to print anything. So for that, what I'll do, I'll just enable the serial monitor with a very excellent command that I have. That is serial dot begin. Okay. In the bracket, I'll write 9600. What is it? It's a baud rate that in the information set per second. Can you imagine what would be the speed? It is so fast, right? Okay, we have enabled our serial monitor. Now, in the void loop, I have to write that what I want that serial monitor should perform these set of tasks. So I have to say something to the serial monitor. I've enabled it, but now what I have to do, I have to send some set of commands to the serial monitor so that serial monitor will perform those set of commands. So what will I do? I want that first serial monitor should print this message, my message, that is, what is that message? Please enter your number. It should print it. So what will I do? I have to write in the bracket whatever variable is containing that value. Which variable is that? Message variable. So I'll enter the message variable here and then I'll terminate the line. Okay. Okay. Now, after it, I am going to use a very excellent function here. That is, I am going to use a while loop. What while loop does? While loop compares the condition or checks the condition. Suppose what happened when serial monitor will say that please enter your number, but I don't want to enter any number. Then how serial monitor will know that a number has been entered or not? So for that, I'm giving a check condition to the serial monitor that, hey serial monitor, just check it first that I have entered or not, then print the output. So for that, I'm going to give a checking condition here for the serial monitor, that is, with the help of a very excellent command, that is serial dot available, then brackets equals to 0. Okay, and I have to use these brackets also after that. So my while loop is completed. Then I want that whatever value I'm entering with the help of serial monitor. Okay, that should be go in the variable, this variable, my number. That value should go in the my number variable. This container will hold that value. For that, I have to assign that. So I'm going to write a very magical command here. That is my number equals to, it will hold the value. What is the value? Serial dot parse. And as I want to hold the positive numbers, the positive integers, so I have to assign that it is holding the integer type values. Okay, what happened? Okay, so now after that, what will I do? I'll just put the brackets here, and after that, I'll terminate this line. Okay. Okay, guys, don't you dare to send me any messages more. No more messages in the chat box. Otherwise, you will be out of the class. Okay. Okay. After that, now my number will contain those values, but it will not print those values. Want to know why? Let's check. I'll just click on the start simulation button. We'll just check it. Boom. What is happening? Our serial monitor is showing, please enter your number. Let's try and enter something. I'm entering 8 and I'm going to click on the send button. What is happening? Oh, what is happening here? It is not printing our number. And what else is happening? It is showing the same message again in the same line only. Why it is happening? Do you know? Because we haven't printed our number. This variable is containing that number. It is stored in it. Serial monitor is saying that, okay, I'm storing the number in this variable, but you are not giving me command to print it. So how can I print it? I will not print. So it is not printing my number. Okay. So for that, what should I do? I have to give the commands. Okay. So I'll add some more set of commands. Before that, I want that this message, please enter your number, it should give output in each and every time in the next line. For that, we have a very excellent command, that is we add an ln here, which enables whatever the message is here, it will go into the next line. Okay. So for that, I am printing. Okay. Very good. You guys are getting me, right? Okay, now what will I do? I will give a command to print that number also, because my number is not printing. So I have to give a command, right? So that my number can get printed each and every time. Serial.print is the command that we use to print anything on the serial monitor, right? And in the bracket, which variable is storing my number? My number is storing. Okay, so I'll just enter the name of that variable here, and after that I'll just terminate the line. Okay, so let's start the simulation. Let's have a look what happened. Okay, our serial monitor is saying please enter your number. Wow, isn't it great? And in the bottom, can you see serial monitor is providing a space so that we can send some set of data here. Okay, and in that I am going to enter a number, suppose 7 I am going to enter, and now I am clicking on send button. Oh, it is printing my number. Can you see this? But what is happening? It looks so fishy, right? Because after 7, immediately it is printing that please enter your number again, which I don't want. right? I want that my number should be look really nice. It should look nice, right? It is looking fishy here. So I'll just stop the simulation and I just make some changes in my command. What they are? Firstly, I want that it should change the line. So it will change the line with the ln function. Okay. And now I'm going to add one more message here. That is message 2, that will be in the inverted commas. We always write the messages in the inverted comma, guys. Okay? Always write those messages.
Teacher, 1 minute. Sorry, I interrupt you.
Okay.
Naneshwari, what message you have to send in a chat box? Teachers are teaching you, so teachers are mental. Naneshwari, what yes? You have sent the yes again. You are not attending the lecture, then you remove from the session. Naneshwari Bhosle. Now she left the session.
Okay. Shall I start
Okay,
now?
teacher. Teacher, you start.
Okay, great. So guys, as I'm going to add one more message here, what should that message be? I think that serial monitor should say me that as I have entered my number, so it should say me that your number is, right? So for that, what will I do? I'll just add a message here that is your number is, okay? Okay, so as I have given this message here, in the loop, I have to add a command so that this message will get printed. Oh, what forget? I forget to terminate this line. Okay, so given so much spaces here, I just have to do this. Okay, so I want to print this message also. So I have given this command that is serial.print, and in that I'll call that variable that is containing that message. Okay, and I'll terminate this line here, and let's check our code, guys. Okay, so start the simulation. Boom. Now it is showing, please enter your number. Now I want to enter 355. 355. Now I'm sending this, and let's wait what happened. Wow, can you see this? It is printing your number is, and after that my number is printed, and again it is asking me that please enter your number. Okay, so this is the way how you write any number on the serial monitor with the help of your keyboard. Okay, so please write it down, the code. Please don't take any type of snapshot because it got deleted in the future, but when you write on the notebook it remains with you every time. So I'm giving you 4 minutes to write this code. Please write it down and let me know in the chat box when you have written the code. Okay, okay, Vedant, let other students should write it down, then we'll go further. Okay, Anybody is having any type of doubt, then they can ask me. Feel free to ask, guys. Okay. Okay, guys. I think you guys have written. Please let me know in the chat box so that we can move ahead. Okay. So this is the code to print on the screen if we are going to print any number. Suppose I just first start the simulation. I want to show you something. First I'll just clear it and then again start. Okay, it is taking the numbers, but what happened when I want to print some decimal numbers? I'm entering 85.6. Okay, and now I'm clicking on send. Oh, what is happening here? Can you see this? I have entered 85.6. It's a decimal number, but it is showing me a positive integer only, and it is separating those numbers. It shouldn't be like this, right? I want to print the same number, whatever I am entering here, it should print like that only. Okay. For that, what I have to do, I have to change something in my coding section. What should I change? Anybody can answer me if they want. Okay. Anybody want to answer? Okay. I'll tell you. What happens? This is a container, right? My number is a container. Which type of container it is? It is a container which stores only the integer type values, right? What are the integer type values? They are the positive numbers. We can't store any rational number, any decimal number, irrational number, right? We can't store them. Every type of numbers are not stored here. Even negative numbers you can't store here, right? So for that, what will I do? I'll just change something. I'll write here, I'll change the type of container. That is, I'll assign a float type of container here. Float is a type of a container which can contain any type of number, whether it is decimal, whether it is rational, irrational, any type of number it can store. Okay, up to two places, two decimal places up to. Okay, so okay, here I have changed that, but my number, first just check it whether it is working or not. So okay, it is asking me please enter your number. Now I am entering 45.4. Sorry, 45.4. Okay, now I am sending. What happened? What is happening here, guys? It is showing the numbers in the decimal form, but it is not showing the number that I have entered, right? Because why it is happening? Because here, can you see this? Here, my number is storing the value, whatever I'm entering here, but in the form of integer only. Here, integer only. So I have to make the change here, and I have to give the value that is float. Okay. So now let's check whether it is working or not. Start the simulation. Okay. Now I want to print 745.9. Now enter. Yay! Now we are getting our output. Can you see this? So now we are able to print any type of number with the help of keyboard on the serial monitor. Okay. Suppose now I want to enter 78.88. Great. 80.90. Great. It is printing that number. Okay. So please write it down, this code, guys. Write it down. I'm giving you 2 minutes. Write it down. When you are done writing, then please let me know in the chat box. Okay. So that we can move forward. Okay, great, Svetlana. So till now we know how to print with the help of keyboard, but we only know how to print the numbers, right? We don't know if we want to print my name, or if you want to print your name on the serial monitor with the help of keyboard, then you don't know how to do that, right? So now our third task will be that we are going to learn about how to print on the serial monitor with the help of keyboard. If we want to print our number or want to send any message, then how to do that? For that, I have to change here. I have to delete it first. Okay. We are going to learn how to send a string. We call the form of characters, words, string, right? So how to send those strings? How serial monitor will read them? What happened here, actually the concept is that when I just declare a variable, a container you say, right? A string type of container I'll take first. Then I'll just assign a variable in it. Variable that will store my message, whatever I want to enter on the serial monitor. So I'll not assign any value to it. I'll just make that variable and that's it. And after that, I want that serial monitor should show some type of message that please enter your any information. Yeah, please enter your name, anything, whatever I want. So after that, Serial monitor can ask me that, how are you? It can ask me, okay, any type of message we can send. So for that, I have to enable the serial monitor, and for enabling the serial monitor, we know the command, right? That is serial dot begin 9600. In the void setup, we do that. We can't do this in the void loop or in the upper side. We have to do this only in the void setup. It is very compulsory. Otherwise, it will not work. It will not get enabled. Okay. Then after that, in the void loop, we define whatever commands we want to perform on the serial monitor. So let's get started. For the string, I have to take a string type of container first, and I'll name this container, suppose my name. I'll store a name in there. Okay. Or if I don't want to store the name, then we'll change it. But first, just see with the help of name. Okay. After that, I want that serial monitor should print something. It should ask me that. Then only I'll come to know na, that I have to print something. I have to enter something here. Otherwise, how will I know that I have to enter something? So for that, serial monitor will display some message to me. What is that message? It should say me that, it should ask me actually, what is your name? Okay, so I'll terminate this line. Okay, that's it. And it is enabled. Then after that, my message will printed here with the help of same command. Then while loop will check the condition that whether I am printing with the help of this or not. Then it will fetch the data, and the data will get stored in my name variable. But here it is not a number, it is a string, right? So I have to change it here, and I have to say that it is a, I have to change that command serial dot read string, because it is going to read that string. So the command will get changed. Okay. And we are using only one message, so I'll just delete this line here. And it is not a my number, it is my name, right? Okay. Now let's check this with how it works. Okay. Okay, it is asking me, what is your name? I'm writing here. I write a name. Suppose I'm writing Muskan here. Okay, and just send it. Okay, it is taking my name. Can you this? It is taking my name, and after that it is asking me that what is your name. Again it is asking me. Okay, my code is working fine, but I don't want this. I don't want this like to happen. So I want that first, at least when I'm telling my name, then at least serial monitor should greet me. Serial monitor should say that, hi, how are you? So it should say something. It looks really rude that it is only just showing my name only. It is asking my name, what is your name? So it looks really rude. At least it should greet me that, hi, hello, good morning, good afternoon. So say something. Na? So for that, I'll just add more messages. So I'll take a string type container, and the another message will contain the message to, that is in the inverted comma, and I'll say hello, and I'll terminate this line, and I'll add another message with the help of string variable, that is message 3, and in the inverted comma I will write welcome to Arduino. Okay. Okay. So I have given I have defined these messages here, but I have to print them also. So for printing them, I have to give some set of commands here. For that, I want that it should say like this. After my name, when it gets printed, okay, then it should print like serial dot. It should print those messages also. The second message, that is message 2, and I'll terminate this line, and after that my name will get printed like this, and I want now the third message should get printed. Print. Now message 3. Now I'll terminate this line here. Now let's check it, how it is working. Oh, it is asking me, what is your name? Now I'm going to type Rahul. Okay, send it. Oh, it is showing, hello Rahul, welcome to Arduino. And then what is happening here? It looks so fishy, right? Welcome to Arduino, and after that no space is there. And it's not even changing its line. It should change. For that, I'll make a slight change in the code. That is, I'll add an ln function here, and I'll add a space here. Okay. And again I start the simulation. What is your name? I Pihu. Okay. Now send it. Oh, now it looks nice, right? Now it is showing in a very particular manner, in a proper manner, it is showing me that hello Pihu, welcome to Arduino. And again it is asking the name of a person. If someone else will join the Pihu, then they can also enter their number, their name here, right? So this is a very excellent code that you guys are learning here, and it is very, very, very important for the future learning, because in the future you guys are going to work on the sensors also, so it is very important to know how to take the input from the serial monitor and how to give input to the serial monitor. Here you have learned both the things, so keep it up guys, and please write it down the code. I'm giving you 2 minutes to write this code. Okay, and today you guys are having a surprise test, so be ready for that. Write the code and please let me know in the text box that you have written. Write it down on your notebook very carefully. If you have any doubt, then you can ask me. The S of the string will remain capital. Don't make it small, otherwise it will not work. And the S of the serial also remain capital, okay? I'm going to share the link of your surprise test and you have to attempt it now. Your test will contain MCQ questions. You just have to click on the right option, okay? And please write your name there, your class, your roll number, and then start the test, okay? Uh, I'm sending the link of the test in the chat box. Okay. This is the link of your surprise test, guys. and you are having 15 minutes. Finish the test and let me know your marks. Okay? All the best. If you guys have written this code, then I'll just stop sharing my screen. Please let me know in the chat box. If you have written, then just send me the message. To start your test, you just have to click on this link. Then you get forwarded to the test and you have to enter your name, class, roll number, and the questions will be in the form of MCQ type, and you just have to click on the right option and then submit your test. Okay, you have written the code. Now I'm just stopping. Okay, okay. I'm just stopping the screen share. So just complete your test, guys, and let me know the marks. Okay, just send me your marks on the chat box.